Hello students, let's start today's lecture by discipline ecology of animals and plants and biogeography. Today is our lecture about soil habitat of living organisms, especially of animals. The plan of our today's lecture is first is characteristics of soil habitat and the factors of soil habitat. Purpose of today's lecture is to form students' knowledge about soil habitats of animals. So, what is the soil? Soil is a loose, thin surface layer or so high directly in contact with the atmosphere. It is densely populated by living organisms, and at the same time it's the result of their vital activity. So the water in the soil and the moisture in the soil is present in the 5 states. There are the 5 states of water and the moisture in the soil. First is vaporous. Vaporous is the water vapor in soil air. The second is gravitational. Gravitational is the falling drops flowing through the wells of the soil jet. Next is the capillary. Capillary is the water rising up through small bar holes capillaries. The fourth is film, water film on the surface of soil particles, and the last state is hygroscopic. Hygroscopic water associated with soil colloids and other substances. So they are the water and the moisture present states in the soil. First, these are the factors which influence to the soil pressure. First is the water. Water is content in the soil can vary widely. If cavities and wells are filled with gravitational water, the living conditions of animals are close and those in aquatic environment. Next is the oxygen. Oxygen is the with depth the concentration of oxygen in the soil air decreases and the carbon dioxide as a rule increases. The influx of oxygen is carried out due to the diffusion. Next is the temperature. Temperature factor is conditions of here are very stable. Only the temperature regime of the soil surface is changeable. It equalizes with the depth. So the temperature of the soil usually is constantly. We have 3 types of animals which live in the soil by their size. First is the microfauna, the second is the mesofauna, and the third is the macrofauna. First is microfauna. Microfauna is they are protozoas, rotifers, small nematodes, actually remain aquatic animals, and the inhabited pores in cavities filled give with gravity. These types of animals, their size very small, so they are called the microfaunas. Next ecological groups of animals which live in the soil is the mesofauna. Mesofauna is they are soil metes, primipteras, large nematodes, and many legs. The soil is a cave system. Independent laying of passage is not typical for them. Gravity and film moisture are dangerous for these animals. So they can drown or suffocate being involved in a film of surface tension. In this picture you can see the types of mesofaunas which live in the soil habitat. The next ecological groups here are macrofaunas. Macrofaunas, they have larger body sizes than the other ecological groups of animals. So they are forced to resort to laying passage and they can maybe worms, or insects, or soil particles, earthworms, long-legged mosquitoes by the hydraulic methods. So there is an open passage behind the animals. Moisture evaporates throughout it, and owner himself can easily be overtaken by the predator. In this picture, you can see the types of microfaunas which live in the soil habitat. In many respects, the soil is essentially of a transitional habitat connecting the features of water and the land-air habitats. Soil is a transitional habitat between them. The soil habitat is combined with the aquatic environment. They are stable temperature regime, limited oxygen resources, ability to move in 3 dimensions, variability of the chemical composition of soil solution, and the water is more conditions than resources. So the ground air soil habitat is combined with sharp temperature, limited water resources of the surface layer, and the oxygen is a condition of rather than a resource in the upper horizons. So dear students, I think it's enough for today. In this lecture, we studied about the soil habitat and the ecological groups of animals which live in the soil habitat. Thank you for attention. Goodbye.